91.3 WTSR. Open your mind.
WTSR.
Okay.
I knew it would be me.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4. The only girl I've ever loved was born with roses in her eyes, but then they buried her alive. Born in 1945, and just a sister at her side. And only weeks before the guns all came and rained on everyone. Now she's a little boy in Spain, playing pianos filled with flames on empty rings around the sun. We'll sing and say our dream has come. Now we must pack up every piece of life we used to love, just to keep ourselves at least enough to carry on. And now we ride the circus wheel without our brother wrapped in white. Says it was good to be alive, but now he rides upon this flame and won't be coming back again. The earth looks better from the star that's right above from where you are. He didn't mean to make you cry, with sparks that ring and bullets fly on empty rings around your heart. The world just screams and falls as apart. Now we just pack up every piece of life we used to love, just to keep ourselves at least enough to carry on. Here's where your mother sleeps, and here is the room where your brothers were born. Indentions in the sheets, where their bodies once moved but don't move anymore. And it's so sad to see the world agree that they'd rather see their faces filled with flags. Oh, and I want to keep white roses in their
Yeah.
I'm only home to see my dog. He's 21 years to the day. When I'm around, he does no harm. I hate to say I won't stay long. I'm only home to see my mom, and she won't let me say her age. But everyone gets old and dies. not the end. I'm not the end. I'm only home to be from you. The smell of tar, familiar fume. I'm only home to be from you. 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 She don't walk around the courtyard, 'cause she only wants to be with me. And every day I look in her eyes and I say, let's stay this way for all of our lives.
Yeah, so sad, depressing.
He left no time to regret. Kept his thing wet, his same old safe bet. And my head high, and my tears dry, gone without my guide. You went back to what you knew, so far removed all that we went through. And I tread a troubled track, my odds are stacked. I go back to back. We only said goodbye with words. I died 100 times. You go back to her and I go back to. We only said goodbye with words. I died 100 times. You go back to her and I go back to us. I love you much. It's not enough. You love slow and I love puff. Time is like a hive, and I'm a tiny penny rolling up the walls inside. We only said goodbye with words. I died 100 times. You go back to her and I go back to. We only said goodbye with words. I died 100 times. You go back to her and I go back to we only said goodbye with words. I died 100 times. You go back to her and I go back to. We only said goodbye with words. I died 100 times. You go back to her and I go back to.
You're listening to 91.3 WTSR. You just heard a performance from Apropos, which is made up of TCNJ student Gab Crespo and non-TCNJ student Dan Kobylarz. Did I say that right?
Oh, yes, you did.
All right. Do you guys want to maybe introduce yourself, give a fun fact or something?
Well, I'm Gab Crespo. I'm a health and exercise science major with music and psych minors. I don't know, those are kind of boring facts.
No, those are cool.
I'm a ballerina. Not a lot of people know that about me.
I'm a good one at that.
Nice. How long have you been dancing?
Since I was 4, like the typical same old story.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
How about you, Dan?
So I'm Dan Kobylarz, and I do not go to TCNJ. I attend William Patterson University, and I'm a music major. So this is kind of what I'm into.
Yeah. So this makes sense for the two of you. All right. So how about, where did you guys first get started with music, and maybe what prompted you to create this group?
All right. Well, we started dating when I was 16, and I just turned 22 last week, so we kind of know a lot about each other and decided it would just make so much sense because we were both really passionate about music before we met each other, so it just made sense.
Yeah, it was. It's actually kind of funny because it took us maybe 3 or 4 years to be like, wait, why don't we play together?
Wait, you play instruments and I sing?
Yeah, it's like, wow. So it's kind of silly.
Yeah.
But, yeah. And I mean, I've always been into music. I started playing guitar to play in a really bad metal band, and then it just kind of evolved into this. So
great, yeah. So at your respective schools, you're both music majors, or you have a music minor. Mm-hmm. So how does studying music then translate to performing music?
Well, when he talks about all the complicated theory and everything, I've had some theory classes, so I can follow him for the most part. So that definitely helps with the process and being in the choirs and everything here.
Right.
And doing musical theater and stuff. So I give him little tricks that I learned through theater, like for performance-wise.
Right.
And he teaches me more things about the, complicated parts.
The theory
yeah,
side.
like in school, I just look at a lot of classical music and a lot of stuff like that. And I'm really into classical music, but so this is kind of like my outlet for music that's just purely emotion, and it's just I'm not really interested if this chord progression is quote unquote wrong. So that's kind of how it blends into this kind of project.
Definitely, very cool. So when did you guys first create this group?
2 or 3 years ago, I would say.
Sounds good, yeah.
And you guys, I've seen you perform around campus a couple times.
We always perform around TCNJ.
Yeah, definitely. Do you guys perform elsewhere as well?
There's a couple coffee houses, we're from North Jersey, so just a few little open mics here and there, you know, just getting our feet wet with the performance aspects.
And we just started recording too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. Do you have anywhere that people can find your recordings?
If you go on Facebook, you can see all kinds of stuff. You just gotta search for Apropos, and it's Apropos.
The S is silent.
Yeah, some people have trouble with that.
All right, give our listeners a little recap of what you played for us.
Okay, well, the first song was a cover of Neutral Milk Hotel's Holland 1945, which we felt like was a crowd favorite, a crowd pleaser.
Gotta play Neutral Milk.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah, especially since Jeff Mangum is having a new resurgence.
It's so exciting.
Necessary.
He swore he'd never play Neutral Milk Hotel again,
I
and
know.
now... What are you doing, Jeff?
That's all he's doing right now is playing Neutral.
I know. Oh, but then what was your next song? You said it was an original?
It's called Home. It's an original song, and it's kind of sad, but it's just actually in September, both of our houses got hit really bad by Hurricane Irene.
Oh wow!
I got 10 feet of water in my house, and Gabrielle got probably just about the same amount. So a lot of the stuff that we've been writing lately is kind of angry towards just that whole situation. Yeah. So that's what that song's about.
Wow.
And then the final song was Amy Winehouse, Back to Black, which, I've been a huge fan of hers for several years, and then, her recent passing was really,
so sad.
Really upsetting.
Yeah. We love Amy.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of hers and always will be, so I love covering her songs.
Yeah.
Great, yeah. I noticed in your covers, too, you change a song just slightly, especially in Holland. You change, is it the bridge, I guess? I think it's really interesting. What inspired you to make that kind of change, or... Yeah.
Well, a lot of it's like we always kind of felt that people who cover songs should make it their own kind of, because there's so many people who just take a song and just play it. It's like here's the chords, here's the melody, go, and it's. I mean, like that's cool to hear someone like different, like their different voice, a different like playing style, but it's. It really can make it your own if you change harmonies. Even we just have one instrument and two voices, but we try to change it up a lot that way. So yeah,
Very
we do.
cool.
Thank you for noticing.
Couldn't help. And then your originals too was fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
I was wondering maybe what's your songwriting process and how do you two collaborate on things like that?
Well, Dan is the mastermind behind most of the songwriting. That's what he wants to do pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I kind of have a good ear for the harmonies and melodies. Like he'll think of a really cool progression and then I'll just start humming some melodies over it. He'll be like, "Oh, I like that. Do that again." So
yeah.
kind of remember
It really works because the stuff that I'm not good at, she's good at, and kind of vice versa. But she doesn't really have too many flaws in her musical ability. But yeah, so it's just it's a lot that way. Like I'll just come up with a chord progression or something like that and a little something, and then we'll just hum over that. And we love TCNJ.
Awesome.
We love playing at everything TCNJ.
Honestly, there's so many opportunities here. Like I love how this campus just embraces local music and has open mics here and there, like random groups that you wouldn't think were like, So I really like that about this school. I mean, among everything else,
that's what I was going to ask.
happy here.
Because this is for our local music day, and it is during our pledge drive, I wanted to ask every band who's being interviewed for it, why is college radio important, and why is celebrating local music important?
College radio is so important, it's ridiculous. What up by us we have, actually I don't know if it's up by us.
Every radio station that I listen to at home is gone. And now they just play that pop stuff, which, no offense, it's not my cup of tea. I don't like it. So it's great coming into, the Trenton area and being able to listen to you guys because it's actually music that I like and that I don't know that's really cool, So
and it's completely unique. I mean, college radio is really like the last frontier for really like unique music. I mean, you really don't come across too many stations that these days that you can just flip around and be like, "Oh wow, I love this song. I've never heard this song before."
Right.
So it's love it.
Yes.
Great. All right. I think we can wrap up if you'd like, unless you have something else you'd like to add.
Check us out on Facebook.
Okay,
Absolutely.
great.
Like us.
Yeah.
Fantastic. That's Apropos that we just talked to. We'll be right back on 91.3 WTSR. You're listening to our local music day for our pledge drive. And as always, open your mind.
Taxi?